it's me again. I send a lot of videos, it's just who I am. Anyway, so this video is really just to go over the syllabus and kind of what my policies are and kind of what assignments you'll have and the grade breakdowns, just so you're clear about the course objectives. So, obviously, we just kind of start with who I am, Bethany Hunter. Here's my email address and my phone number. Usually, if you email me in my working hours, which are like 8:30 to 2:30, you'll get me, or I'll get back to you. And most of the time, I'll even email from home, but I wouldn't count on it. So just if you really have something you need answered, make sure you send it in those hours. Otherwise, I'll get to it the next day. Okay, so the prerequisites for this class, basically you probably took English 111 at this point, division chair information, and that's just if you have any issues that maybe a question I can't answer, or if I need some help with something, that's who I'll go to. Okay, so your required texts. You'll have these two books for this class. We are going to use this one first, the green book. I had to look at it, the smaller one. And then in the middle of the semester, we'll switch to this book. Okay? Now, couple things. That's two big books, and I want you to know that this is an 8-week class. And so this is not saying that you can't do it, but this class is a lot of reading for 8 weeks. And so you might say, oh my gosh, this feels overwhelming. But remember, you're getting a whole 16-week semester in 8 weeks. So that means you'll be doing what my 16-week class does. Basically, when they do one assignment, you'll do two, but you'll finish way faster than they will. Okay, and so we're looking at American literature, and what we, kind of how we define that is mostly English-speaking writing that happened whenever the British came over and basically colonized the Native Americans and then just became its own nation. So that's kind of what we're looking at, and then to 1865, which is the end of the Civil War. Okay, and so our goal is that you have a kind of overall understanding about what kind of writing was being written at the time. And so you will understand some of the political context that happens. Again, since this is an 8-week course, it's short, so I'm not sure, like we may not cover every single thing that happened in America in that really long time span. Okay, so hopefully by the end you'll be able to definitely describe these pieces, and I hope analyze and interpret what kind of happens in this specific kind of literature. And so like what is a tenet of the Gothic literature, for example. And so then I also think you'll look at the historical context, and then obviously I hope that you will be able to write 2 essays using secondary sources and MLA documentation. So those are our goals for the class, and I think you can really do this. Okay, so here's the grading system, and that's just Coastal's basic grading system. I think course evaluation to me is much more important. This is the grade breakdown, and this is something that students a lot of times feel confused about. So essays are going to count more than reader responses. That makes sense, right? Because those are the big parts of this essay. So, or excuse me, this course. And so you have 2 essays, and they're going to be 40% when you average them, or they're going to be 20% each, however you want to work that in your mind. You'll have 2 annotated bibliographies that go along with those essays. They are 12.5 each, or 25 points together. Reader responses, those are your weekly kind of homework grades. That's going to be 25%. And author presentation, you're going to have 1 presentation, and it's going to be worth 10%. Okay? And so I'm going to go through these a little bit more quickly. If you go to the assignments tab of our class, everything is laid out in that space with the due dates and everything. So your Essay 1 and Essay 2 are already listed there with the assignment prompt. The due dates are very much listed on the course schedule, and it's on your calendar. So they're all due in Blackboard. And then I usually don't go in, I really never go in and clear out assignments. So if you turn in something and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to put the works cited page on there, what I'll tell you to do is put it in the assignment graveyard, which I'll talk about later. Okay, reader responses, annotated bibliographies, sorry. These are basically, they correspond with your 2 essays. So the annotated bibliography, is the research that will go into your essay. Okay, and so next is your reader responses. These are your homework grades. And if you go to the top of the class page, if you go to the top, to the assignments page, up here, we will have the reader response assignments and how you're going to do those, and then how to upload. So if you go to that, it'll give you the directions for how to do a reader response. Okay? And I know I talk about this a little bit more, so I'm not going to go into too much detail with that. Okay? And then you'll do one presentation, and that'll be your author presentation. Okay, so the assignment graveyard, like I said, I don't really love to clear out assignments, and I do realize that sometimes Blackboard glitches. Almost always you'll see the glitch immediately whenever it doesn't show up, or I'll have students turn in a blank document. It's happened, y'all. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. If that happens and you notice it, don't worry too much. You can email me and tell me, but go ahead and throw that assignment in the assignment graveyard, and I'll grade it. And that's that. I mean, you'll get the same points. There's no point deduction. It's just a little bit easier than taking, an email assignment that I'm going to lose. So I just say, go ahead and put it there. Then I won't lose it because it'll be there. Okay? Okay, how late work works. Okay, so for this class, almost everything is due on a Friday. It's due Friday at 11:59. And basically, anything that's late will lose 10 points per day. And so I gave you this little kind of, this little table that shows you. If you turn your paper in before 11:59 on Friday, yay, good job, you don't lose any points. Okay, you turn it in 2 minutes late, or 1 minute late, by the way, 12:01, then you lose 10 points. Sad face, don't stress, it's just 10 points. You can still make an A on the assignment. You turn it in a couple days late, you lose 20 points. Not so good. Still doable. So just keep that in mind. 10 points per day, all assignments. Okay? Extensions. Y'all, I do understand that life happens, and I'm not a monster. So if you find yourself needing an extension, just ask for it. I don't give multiple extensions. I only give one, and they should be for extenuating circumstances. So kind of keep that in your mind. And we'll talk about those on a case-by-case basis. If you need anything like that, you just send me an email and we'll figure it out, okay? Okay, extra credit. I always drop the lowest reader response grade automatically, but there's a way that you can replace it with 100. So I really want to meet with you. I really want to see your face. I really want to know if you're understanding the class. And so with that, what I want you to do is I want to have a Teams meeting with you before the midpoint of the semester. And I'm going to probably say that again and again because I really do want to meet you. I think it'll make the class more successful because communication is the best thing that you can do in a class like this. So I'll email you a little bit more about that and we'll try to get that set up. So if you want to meet with me, I'll drop another one of your reader response grades. So my goodness, I'm helping you out a lot. Okay, attendance. So for this class, once you miss 2 weeks worth of assignments, and I would say that's four assignments, then you are disenrolled from the class. I will probably stalk you out, so just know that that's who I am. If I do withdraw you from the class, I don't really have too strict of a policy about reinstatement. I want you in here. I want you to succeed. So hopefully we can kind of work through things if you have any issues. So I don't mind reinstating you. Okay? And again, communication, it is key to passing classes. Please reach out to all your instructors, but please, please, please feel free to reach out to me. You can email me. You can also call me on my phone number, 910-938-6188. Please feel free. I had a student who called me like every day last semester. Did I hate it? No, man. And you know what? I think she did better because of that. So please go ahead and reach out as much as you need. Know that usually after work, I don't check emails as regularly, and on the weekends I hardly ever check them. So if you want something sent to me really, or you want a response really soon, go ahead and do it in my working hours. Then also, go ahead and do it through, if you're going to email me, do it through your coastal email address. For some reason, Gmail, AOL, Yahoo addresses, sometimes they don't show up. They might show up as spam or they don't show up at all. So go ahead and do it through the coastal email. And if you have any questions with that, let me know. Okay? A couple things that I don't love in a classroom: racist language, sexist language, homophobic language, transphobic language, and religiously intolerant language. And the reason I don't like any of those is I want my class to feel like a safe space. And you never know how something you say can affect somebody else. So I would say, why not be kind, and why not be smart in what you have to say? Because I think you can say just about anything without being offensive, because really all you have to do is be smart about the way you represent yourself. Okay? Academic dishonesty and plagiarism. I feel like we know what that is. There are different levels. If you take a paper from somebody else, you'll probably get a 0. And actually, in a 200 level class, I'll probably report you to student services. If you have an issue with like citation, that's not a student services issue. That's a rewrite and let's figure it out issue. So please know that I'm not a teacher who sets out to give you a bad grade. Honestly, I want you to succeed. So if you copy a paper, you're not going to do well. But if you just have a citation problem, that's okay. Now, I can tell the difference. Okay, and honestly, I would rather you get a C on a paper than take somebody else's work. You'll do better in this class. Okay, lastly, resources. The Writer Center. Y'all, the Writer Center is an amazing resource. English teachers can go in there and they can help you write your papers, write your reader responses, check for MLA. And this is for any class, not just English 1 or English 231, excuse me. So they have a couple different kinds of tutoring right now. They have video tutoring where you can actually meet with somebody via Teams, which is kind of like Zoom, and they'll look over your paper and talk it through with you. Or you can do an online session, which I don't like as much, and I don't think it's nearly as good. But basically, what it does is you can turn in your paper, and a tutor will look at it. So a couple other things that we can do. We do have ADA. So if you have a learning disability or any other kind of learning difference, and you need accommodations, please reach out to our Matt D'Amelio. He is our ADA representative. And then the student success team. So if you feel like you're not doing well, they can really help. So if you have need any help and you want a student success coach, please email this. Then I'm not going to go over the Title IX statement or the communicable disease policy, because basically they're about like sexual harassment and right now COVID. So anyway, if y'all have any questions, please let me know. I look forward to meeting with you. And if you have any other issues with the syllabus, I'm here. All right. Bye, y'all.